Okay boys, here's how we low diff Wakatsuki, okay? First, you have to redirect his power. Go limp. Never forget to check your footwork. And fire his power with your own power. Simple as that. Nobody expects a Bleach reference, least of all from a guy who has never watched Bleach.
Failure.
Okay, let's not focus on my shortcomings. Instead, let's discuss Toa Mudo, Purgatory's Beast of Destruction. Standing 208 centimeters tall and weighing 214 kilograms, this is a fellow who lives up to his epithet and has an ego to match. Having lived in the shadow of his ancestors, Toei wants to prove that he is the strongest. How original. Except for the fact that he practically worships his ancestors and just wants to prove his own skill within the underground. So, you could say that he has some depth. However, the depth of his character simply wasn't enough to completely submerge the Kengen Association's martyr of muscles, Julius Reinhold. So, did Toa Mudo surpass his ancestors' legacy, or does he continue to wallow amidst their shadows? Let's find out. Within the mythos of Kengen Ashura, not only are there prolific masked assassins and demons, but also a guardian deity from New Zealand. This guardian was a hero of the Polynesian Maori, and served not only as their leader, but as their ultimate warrior. Thus, there exist countless tales of his heroic deeds, and many of his stories revolve around defending his homeland from invasion. Too bad he couldn't stop the British.
Go mentally deranged, yeah? Go brainless, yeah? Go wacky. Go positively bonkers, yeah?
Nevertheless, this guardian was named Toa Mudo, and his blood was inherited by Toa Mudo. Although nothing is known about Toei's formative years, he apparently played rugby. Now, I don't really play any sports, but if I was a rugby player, I would start writing my will if this guy was on the other team. However, this manga is about fighting. Eventually, Toa Mudo transferred over to Heroic Tales, an underground martial arts promotion based in China. Within this promotion, Toa Mudo became the undisputed openweight champion. From there, Toei made contact with Toyoda Idemitsu and joined another promotion called Purgatory. Although Toyoda may have offered him an exuberant amount of money, the only thing a seeker like Toa Mudo would be after is a challenge, which Purgatory does provide. Due to his physical dominance, Toa Mudo was chosen as one of the 13 combatants representing Purgatory in their tournament against the Kengen Association. After Julius Reinhold entered the stage in the third round of the tournament, Toa Mudo sent himself out without regard for the rest of his team. This fight lasted a grand total of 4 chapters, perfectly befitting a heavyweight match. This fight holds a special place because I found it so entertaining that I started posting reviews on YouTube. This was definitely one of the better fights in the Kengen vs Purgatory tournament. Now, onto strengths and weaknesses. Standing 208 centimeters tall and weighing 214 kilograms, Toa Mudo is the beefiest man in Purgatory, instantly putting him in the same durability tier with the likes of Wakatsuki and Julius. If that's not proof enough, Toei literally went mano-a-mano against Julius before either of their techniques kicked in, something which Wakatsuki failed to do solely with his karate. However, his durability is enhanced even more by his family's style of martial arts. The traditional style passed down within the Mudo family is based on Eastern martial arts. As such, it is completely centered around defense and counters. This family style involves becoming like water to disperse impact and diverting attacks by redirecting blows. Utilizing these techniques in tandem gives birth to Breeding Mountain, a powerful counter that reflects an opponent's power while amplifying it with the user's own strength. This fake martial art gives Toa Mudo lots of defensive capabilities, and one of the strongest soft power related techniques in the series. However, it is very incompatible with Toei's physique. Let's talk about his weaknesses. I say incompatibility because such a defensive style is hardly befitting Toa Mudo's physique. The only people in the Kengen universe who can truly match or surpass him in this regard are Julius, Kuririn, and people with Wakatsuki's condition. Although there are other opponents who can match him, such as Kano Ajito, all of these people have supremely hard styles that leverage their physical advantage as much as possible. However, Toei's fighting style is completely soft and is best utilized in a passive position. Therefore, Toei is not leveraging his greatest advantage whatsoever and is ultimately wasting his power. If it weren't for other powerful fighters, Toei would have zero need to utilize his family style of combat. Although I have covered soft power before, hard power is something completely different, and the only character who has ever used it is Julius Reinhold. Although loosely related to hard techniques which emphasize countering force with force, hard power is the complete interruption of the flow of an attack using only force. This was best shown in his match when Julius completely interrupted Toei's Breeding Mountain with his god-killing drill ability. Although this is one of his weaknesses, only a single character can exploit it. Internal strikes are blows that can penetrate right through an opponent's exterior to directly damage the vitals. These techniques include Kiryu's Raksasa Palm, Dongqing's Fajin, Muteba's Heart Jab, Curry techniques, and the Kaiwan style's Devil Lance, and so on. If I forgot some, please be sure to leave them in the comments. If you made it to this portion of the video, please make sure that you are subscribed. Now, onto matchups. We will begin Purgatory matchups with Carlos Medel. Carlos Medel is a super quick boxer and an unpredictable capoeirista. In this matchup, Toei can quite easily shrug off Carlos's boxing, as it only serves to apply constant pressure rather than a knockout blow. Although Carlos's kicks are capable of cracking Gao Lang's bones, Toei can utilize his techniques to make them obsolete. Even so, I imagine that he can sustain them without issue. Therefore, Carlos has no way of harming Toei. Toa Mudo wins. The Falcon is a ninja who utilizes misdirection and sidesteps to always keep his opponents guessing. In this matchup, Falcon's strategy will not be effective because Toei doesn't utilize foresight. Therefore, sidesteps would put Falcon in an even worse situation. Even with his ninjutsu, some of his attacks can be avoided via Toei's techniques, and attacks involving his claws only go skin deep, so it's not a problem. Therefore, just like his contemporaries, Falcon has no way of actually dealing any damage. Toa Mudo wins. Yumigahama the Traitor is a fighter who utilizes his impressive range to pelt his opponents down from a distance. It should be noted that Yumigahama is a poor grappler, is very weak to soft techniques, and has poor short-range coverage. In this matchup, Toei's use of redirection counters most of Yumi's arsenal. Even without any techniques, Yumi's cutting and stabbing techniques will not pose a threat because they only go skin deep. Therefore, just like his contemporaries, Yumigahama has no means of dealing significant damage. Toa Mudo wins. Naidan Monkbot is a Mongolian wrestler who can predict his opponents with the Eye of the Sky and reduce the power of traditional blows through his soft power. In this matchup, Toei cannot surpass the Eye of the Sky. However, Toei can easily overcome Naidan's soft power. In his match against Julius Reinhold, Julius utilized his hips to lift Toei above the ground, thus ruining his center of gravity. However, Toei managed to strike Julius down with nothing but the power generated from his hammer fists. So, if Naidan does disrupt Toei's full power, his power output is enough to damage Naidan. Therefore, Toa Mudo is simply built different. Toa Mudo wins. Lu Tian is a practitioner of the formless style. As such, he is completely unpredictable and has the flexibility to adapt to any situation. However, he exhibits slower reaction speed due to a preponderance of techniques and has no reliable finisher. In this matchup, although Toei has no means of predicting Lu Tian, Toei will eventually find an opening by stalling Lu Tian with his techniques and his overall bulk. In order for Lu Tian to really contest Toei, he will need to use Guhan. However, Guhan will not enable Lutien to surpass Toei's techniques. Therefore, Lutien's strength is temporary, while Toei's power is the principal. Toa Mudo wins. Unlike Lutien, Alan Wu possesses a body that can handle the strain of Guhan. In this matchup, Toa Mudo holds the advantage because, in comparison to his opponent, Toei has far more masterful techniques. Even if Alan used Guhan, he would still get destroyed by Breeding Mountain. Therefore, Alan's strength is temporary, while Toei's power is the principal. Toa Mudo wins. Arashiyama Jiroda is the best judo practitioner in Kengen Ashura. His mastery of the sport has gifted him the swing, a style of throwing that eliminates the lag between grabbing and throwing an opponent, giving his only technique immense amounts of speed and lethality. In this matchup, Jiroda's swing can very easily bypass Toei's techniques. For example, Toei cannot redirect Jiroda's power or disperse it because he simply doesn't strike. Also, Jiroda's soft techniques are stated to be even greater than Oma's soft power, and his soft power has worked on the likes of Wakatsuki Takeshi. Therefore, Jiroda has the capability of throwing a full 100-pound man. Toa Mudo loses. Nicholas is a practitioner of the self-styled martial art known as Sahat, which allows Nicholas to directly attack the nervous system, causing a sword paralysis in regions that are struck. In this matchup, Toei will fall prey to Nicholas's paralysis. However, Nicholas simply lacks the striking power to get past Toei's muscles. Although Nicholas's spiel about endurance is correct, it doesn't take into account the inherently greater durability of other fighters. So, Toei can easily withstand Nicholas's strikes and eventually find an opening to strike back. Therefore, just like his contemporaries, Nicholas has no means of damaging Toei. Toa Mudo wins. Lu Dongqing is a practitioner of Chinese martial arts. As such, he has access to Fajin, a method of transmitting power that bypasses all defense. It should be noted that he has other techniques like Hajin, which can divert the impact of strikes. In this matchup, Leo's techniques can very easily bypass Toei's techniques. For example, Fajin cannot be dispersed because it penetrates right through the exterior, and the impact of Breeding Mountain can be dispersed with Hajin. However, Leo's power itself is not nearly enough to deplete Toei's endurance. Therefore, although Toa Mudo's options are checked, he will eventually find an opening and take him out with his regular strikes. Toa Mudo wins. Consider my last video obsolete. On paper, Terasi looks very good. For example, his vibrations cannot be dispersed because it penetrates right through the exterior, and Terasi's Emperor's Eye will enable him to dodge his opponent. However, his kinetic vision can be easily overcome by tactics that create blind spots. These strategies include surprise attacks and may include techniques he cannot comprehend. Therefore, Toa Mudo will easily land Breeding Mountain, thus ending the match. Toa Mudo wins. Time for the Kengen matches. Considering Toei's attributes, he will be facing opponents who made it to the semi-finals of the Annihilation Tournament. But first, a few honorable mentions. If Toa Mudo is caught in a match with Hanafusa, his ancestors came back from the dead in order to put their arrogant descendant back in his place. Why did they hire Hanafusa? I don't know, they could have just done it themselves. In terms of physique, Reian already surpasses the likes of Wakatsuki, so he can easily match Toa Mudo. In this matchup, Reian's techniques can bypass Toei's techniques because they penetrate right through the exterior to damage the vitals. Therefore, Toa Mudo is defenseless against Reian's onslaught. Toa Mudo loses. Although we already know the outcome of this matchup, I will try to justify it as I need to put it into the record. In this matchup, Julius was well matched against Toei. However, Julius's ability neutralized Toei's techniques. For example, God-Killing Drill couldn't be dispersed due to its circular motion, and couldn't be diverted because it interrupted Toei's redirection through sheer force. Therefore, Toei's techniques are ineffective. In terms of physique, Muteba is a step below first class. However, his techniques can easily bypass Toei's techniques. For example, the heart zap delivers a blow directly to the heart by penetrating past the exterior, and an eye gouge is an eye gouge. But the real reason he wins is because of Wakatsuki. In Muteba's fight with Wakatsuki, Muteba was able to outmaneuver the Raging Tiger and generally keep pace with his striking. However, in Wakatsuki's match against Julius, it is stated that Waka had the lead in blows, meaning Julius wasn't able to keep pace with Wakatsuki's speed. Therefore, Muteba is faster than Julius. But since Julius was very well matched with Toei, it also follows that Muteba should be faster than Toei. Therefore, the reason why Toei will sustain a loss is due to Muteba's techniques and his superior maneuverability. Toa Mudo loses. Setsuna is the last practitioner of the Koei style. In this matchup, Setsuna's Raksasa Palm easily overcomes Toei's techniques. Also, Setsuna would easily outmaneuver Toei with Raksasa Soul and his Nico style footwork. Therefore, Toa Mudo loses. Although Sawpang boasts some of the best durability, Sawpang's power is not enough. The only scaling for Sawpang's Hammer of Burma is making a crater in some concrete, whereas Toa Mudo is out here carving mountains with nothing but his fists. I think the answer is clear, Toa Mudo wins. Bando is a very flexible dude, but his bones are pretty frail. In this matchup, Toei's techniques can easily disperse Bando's deadly whip, and his strikes are more than capable of shattering Bando's bones. Therefore, Toa Mudo wins. In this matchup, Toei is incapable of countering Hatsumi simply because he doesn't possess the right technique. Also, Hatsumi's dodging ability will also be in effect because Toei doesn't possess pre-initiative, meaning Hatsumi can dodge anything Toei throws at him. Therefore, Toa Mudo will get thrown just like Bando. Toa Mudo loses. Now to the real Kengen matches. Tokita Oma is a master of the Nico style, and similar to Toa Mudo, Oma possesses a very powerful counter. However, compared to Toei's Breeding Mountain, Demon's Bane is a far better technique because of its formless nature. So, Toei will be forced to sustain it, as he'll not see it coming. Therefore, Toa Mudo gets sent flying from an unpredictable strike launched with his own power. Toa Mudo loses. Wakatsuki Takeshi has superior speed and enough power to go mano a mano against Toa Mudo. However, Toa Mudo not only possesses greater durability, but effective defensive strategies that can halt Wakatsuki's hard style. For example, Toei can disperse Wakatsuki's blast core and any strike that he has to offer. Therefore, Toei can defend himself and launch Breeding Mountain to knock the fangs out of the Wild Tiger. Toa Mudo wins. Kuroki Gensai's Kaiwan style gives Kuroki many techniques that can bypass Toei's techniques. For example, Devil Lance is a technique which pierces just about anything, and as such is unable to be dispersed. But the real reason he wins is because of Oma. In the final match of the Kengen Annihilation Tournament, Kuroki tanked an advanced up Demon's Bane backed by the power of his own Devil Lance, a technique with enough power to pierce through metal. Thus, Kuroki is very durable because he not only successfully endured his own power, but Oma's power backed up by his advanced ability. The only character that has pulled this off is Julius, except without the advanced nonsense. Therefore, Kuroki is durable enough to sustain a slugfest between Toei and has the right tools to take him out. Toa Mudo loses. Kano Ajito is not only a practitioner of the formless style, but a master of striking martial arts. In this matchup, Ajito's striking techniques can easily bypass Toei's techniques. For example, the Dragon Shot is a 1-inch punch that possesses the same principles of Fajin, enabling Ajito's power to strike past the exterior. With this technique in tandem with the formless style, Toa Mudo would be forced to tank the Dragon Shot while stalling for an opening. Therefore, Ajito has just the right tools to get the job done. Toa Mudo loses. Toa Mudo may never live up to his ancestors' legacy, but he is damn strong. Ever since taking count of the record, Toa Mudo currently holds the greatest win-loss ratio in my series. So, I will conclude that he is the strongest fighter in Purgatory. Hopefully, the king outdoes him. Speaking of the king, Don Hyer has shown disdain for Toei's passive style of combat. especially against opponents who can surpass his technique. For his improvements, Toa Mudo needs to learn something that is more aggressive and consists predominantly of hard striking techniques. Therefore, Toa Mudo should learn karate, more specifically, full contact karate, the same brand as Wakatsuki. The close quarters nature of this sport would be perfect for unleashing Toei's raw power and would give him the opportunity to take a more proactive approach in his fights. Considering Toei's immense conditioning, he would be an easy fit. However, even without this improvement, Toa Mudo is still a monster. If he really wants to fix his ancestor complex, he should instead seek therapy. Hi, it's the cyborg whale named after Italian cheese and a dessert item. Thank you for watching. After witnessing Terasi's absolutely legendary performance against Okubo, I must analyze Purgatory's Silent Nightmare. If this interests you, please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification button so that you do not miss it. Until then, have a wonderful day. Peace.